Sometimes we could all do with pressing the pause button. For me, that means getting outdoors and into the fresh air.
We're here to have fun and relax.
While catching up with pals.
Casey Ainsworth.
All the way from London town.
Nicola Adams.
This is where I grew up, in Yorkshire.
Jeanette Manrara.
And with family.
It's a really good way to bond, getting to know each other through drawing.
So join us.
I love very good cat.
As we show how taking a break in nature.
There's something about water, there's something about the coastline.
Are you feeling relaxed, Joe McKelvey?
Yeah, I think we've smashed it.
Or trying something new.
You have sailed before, Mark?
Many, many times.
Here's the next gust coming.
Can be the perfect recipe.
Oh, we've got sausage rolls.
Get it all on, and the kitchen sink.
My taste buds are doing high fives.
To nourish the mind.
That's brilliant.
I can't believe I've stopped doing all this stuff. It's very therapeutic, don't you think?
Body.
Oh, I can feel things shaking that shouldn't be.
Fish on!
Fish on, fish on.
And soul.
You know what they say? It's not about the destination. It's the journey.
It's sometimes easy to take for granted the places that are on our doorstep. So for this two-day getaway, I'm staying close to home and exploring South Northumberland.
And joining me is a local hero who is the embodiment of commitment and dedication to his sport. In the exhilarating world of BMX freestyling, few names resonate as powerfully as Kieran Riley.
You'll remember Kieran from his stunning medal win at the Olympics, a success born out of the hours and hours he spent on his bike as a kid in Gateshead.
And I shall be meeting Kieran in my hometown of Hexham. And no doubt, I shall gaze in awe at this phenomenal freestyler doing his thing.
And although I'm excited to spend time with a genuine world champion and Olympic medalist, this weekend is all about switching off.
Wow, that's why he is a world champion. Mate, that was epic.
Good to finally see you.
You too, man, you too.
We made it up.
So tell me, that stunt, that trick you just performed there, what was that called?
So that trick was a flare. It's basically a flip and an air. Put together, you get a flare, and it's like, it's probably my favourite trick to do.
And are you the only person in the world to perform a triple flare?
I am. Still at the moment, 2 years on. That was quite the ordeal doing 3. Doing 1 just now wasn't too bad, but doing 3 of them is a different story.
Mate, congratulations on all your success, man.
Oh, mate.
I watched you in the World Championships, which you won.
Yeah.
Brilliant success in the Olympics. And am I right in thinking you just won the Europeans?
Yeah, for me it was like proving myself. You know, it wasn't a fluke. I had a stellar year last year, and so this year's about backing it up.
Mate, I'll tell you how you're going to top it. You're going on a weekend escape with Robson Green in the Northumberland countryside. Come on.
Here we go.
Go on.
It's awesome to see Kieran in his happy place. But now I'm driving a few minutes to where I feel most at home, so we can kick off our weekend with a bit of fishing.
Can I ask, when did you know you were able to compete with the world's best?
I was riding as a hobby as a kid, and then I was like getting a little bit better than my friends and stuff like that. I started riding with the older kids, and then I did a joinery apprenticeship for 4 years, and during that, I was watching all these guys who were breaking through into that scene and seeing like the level that I had to be at.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got my first sponsorships that was like proof to myself that I was doing the right thing.
Could you see yourself now doing anything other than what you do now? Could you see yourself in an office, Kieran?
No, definitely not. I think if I wasn't to be riding, I'd have to be part of the sport somehow.
Yeah.
BMX has been too big in my life to this point where I couldn't just leave it behind.
Right, so you're coming to the River Tyne. Have you ever been fishing before?
I haven't, no.
None of your family fish?
My granddad is fishing all the time, and he's been hounding us to go fishing with him, so he's gonna be raging when he sees that I've been out fishing with you instead.
We're meeting a very good friend of mine and full-time fishing guide, James Stokoe.
Kieran, I meet my best mate, the Northumberland's answer to Brad Pitt.
Kieran,
Pleasure to meet you.
Robson, good to have you back.
Who's the perfect person to help introduce Kieran to my favourite hobby.
We've got beautiful conditions, the sun's out, it's cool, everything's right.
So if we don't catch today, it's James'
on him.
fault.
Oh, it's on, yeah.
Pressure on. Come on, boys, we'll get you in the water.
Even though I've got lots of fishing experience, I'm always aware that hooks and eyes don't mix.
Glasses on for a bit of protection.
And now we can safely set our sights on catching something special from England's premier salmon river.
So I'm going to be fly fishing today, and you're going to be doing a method called spinning.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So, Kieran, we're looking for areas that the fish might rest in, and all we're going to try and do is get an instinctive reaction with one of these spinners that you're going to be using, and hopefully get the fish to bite. I'm going to let you boys get on. I'm just going to go and head upstream a bit.
Brilliant.
There are a few things to coordinate when you're spinning.
So if you hold my fly rod,
But once I've shown Kieran how to control the line and cast out the lure, he should be good to go.
so I've taken that off, I've moved the bail arm over, I put my finger on the line, and I'm going to cast it out. When I get to that point, I'm just going to let the line go. As soon as it lands, put the bail arm over and start winding. And when you get the bite, your world will change forever.
It's going to be some facial expressions. If I feel something put on this rod, I tell you that.
Get your finger on the line first, just cast it back, and once you get to the apex, let it go. Great, bail arm over.
I'll take that. Oh, and reel back in.
Perfect.
Here we go, a natural.
Mate, if you catch a fish and I don't, I'll be
Yeah.
devastated. Excellent, bail arm back over.
Much of a successful cast is down to practice.
Absolutely
In fact,
perfect.
salmon are known as the fish of 1,000 casts.
So basically, try and get this as far as you can. That's a perfect spot. Point the rod tip down, retrieve about that speed.
But of course, after we've done our thing, the rest is at the whim of the angling gods.
I tell you what would have been sod's law there if you were showing me how to do it and you got a bite. I'd have been raging.
It happens all the...
Yeah, Sean.
Fish on! Fish
No.
on. There's a fish
No,
on.
get that
There's
rod.
a fish on.
No
Get,
way.
Here you go, get the rod.
Right.
Get the rod, get the rod. Get the rod. Get the rod. James, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Reel it in.
Yeah. James, it's a big fish. Yeah, I'm coming. James, tighten the tension up.
So, Kieran,
Point your rod up.
put this hand on here.
Yeah.
Put that. That's it. That's a bit better.
Come on, Kieran!
Good
Come
fish.
on!
And that's it. We're not going to panic. Keep the rod tip up. Just don't mind for a second. Just let the fish do what it's doing. Don't mind for a second.
This is insane.
Wind down and drop the rod slowly. That's it.
Go
And
on,
then
go
stop.
on.
Pump it up. That's it.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Just came out of the water.
Go on.
And then wind down
Wind
slowly.
down.
That's it.
Go on.
And then pump it up slowly. That's it, Kieran. That's brilliant.
I tell you what, these fishermen must be good at the gym for their forearms because the arm pump.
Unbelievable. First time fishing hooks into the most iconic creature in the River Tyne.
Keep winding. Keep winding. Let's come off.
Oh,
Hey, look. You win some, you lose some.
Are you kidding me?
It's part of fishing.
That's part of fishing.
Look, he's smiling like a Cheshire cat. And the most
Wait.
important thing, you felt the power of these fish, Kieran.
Mate, that was way more of a graft than I thought it was going to be. Oh my God.
That's what makes it exciting, the fear of losing it. It's not guaranteed. You know, you
It's
don't
like
know what it's going to do.
The
That's why we
sudden
do it.
slacks and then the tight. Mate, I was sick my arms.
Was that the equivalent of a triple flare?
More of adrenaline rush than I expected, I tell you
I
that.
know, it
was
is. It's amazing, isn't it?
So invested.
You can't beat messing about in the water with a couple of friends.
Kieran, that's perfect. And then wind it straight away. That's it. Straight away, mate. Perfect. See, you've got that down to a T every time, man.
And it's a lovely feeling to share my passion.
Can you see why people love fishing?
I definitely see how people get so like caught up in it straight away. I mean, we were out there for like an hour. It felt like that.
So do you think you're going to go fishing with your granddad
Oh,
now?
there's no way I don't go fishing with him now. A, I'm going to get told off for not going fishing with him first. B, he's going to be booking dates in left, right and centre for us to go with him. So I'm sure I'll be with him soon.
Well, I hope so, Grandad. And now Kieran's hooked, hopefully you can do the honours of helping him land his first fish.
So are you aware of how many millions of people are watching you? And if you are, does that add pressure to what you do?
Sometimes the crowd noise is amazing. You'll ride better than you ever have, but it can go the other way. For me personally, as soon as I drop in for my first trick, it's like I've just dived underwater. You can hear a muffled noise. When it's starting to get tough, that noise will break through again and you'll hear the crowd and it'll like rile you up again. It's the strangest feeling.
Wow. And let's be honest, it's dangerous. And I've seen some nasty falls. Does that ever worry you?
I think you definitely do as much training as you can to avoid the injuries and things, but if you took the danger and the potential risk out of the sport, wouldn't be the same. You know, I could go and do all my tricks into a foam pit every day. Wouldn't be anywhere near as fun as taking that risk and doing it for real.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
We're taking the scenic route north because as Kieran has had such a hectic and adrenaline-fueled year, I'm keen that he truly relaxes this weekend. And I've arranged for us to meet someone who practices an ancient therapeutic martial art.
Wendy, may I interrupt? Lovely to meet you, Robson.
Wendy teaches Tai Chi forms across the Northeast, and today she's introducing me and Kieran to Qigong.
So what's in store for me and Kieran this afternoon?
So as a martial artist, you need to expand because really you want to create distance between your opponent and yourself. It's also learning to move effectively and efficiently so that you're not just wasting whole loads of energy.
Where do we start?
Right, so first thing, feet parallel, shoulder width apart. I need you to imagine your feet are turning towards each other, but they meet 3 feet in front of you, and you are also sitting 3 feet behind you at the same time. That's right, your arms start to come forward because you are counterbalancing. Now, all you need to do is move your belly button towards your spine. Try and relax your legs. So you should feel your own physical weight going down. Move your sternum towards your spine. So this is called hollowness. Now you're walking up one of those big trees and you're gonna hug it passionately. Ah, there we are. So this is kind of your horse stance. Like riding a horse?
Horse stance.
Horse stance.
I thought the same thing.
Sink your left.
By shifting our weight, we're able to create continuous flowing turns.
This movement is actually called pushing the water.
Where Tai Chi is a series of movements for the whole body, Qigong directs energy to specific areas that need healing and balance.
Start dropping this elbow into this hip. Very good. Continue to sink your tailbone into this right leg until the weight goes into the front. I want you to now sink your tailbone into the left heel and then drop this elbow. Bring this back leg up. Step forward, relax into your right leg, sink your tailbone. Drop this elbow and open up. Yeah. And this hand is almost like you're scooping. You drop your elbow, bend it. Yep, that's it, good. How did that go?
That was all right, but I'm feeling it in the glutes and the legs and everything. It's a real kind of body workout for core and thighs and glutes, yeah.
It's like a different stimulus to what I'm used to at the gym. It's contracting muscles, it's purposefully raising your heart rate and things like that. This is the opposite. This is trying to relax the muscles and lower your heart rate. It's like the opposite.
What a serene way to end our day.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I hope you've enjoyed it.
And thankfully, it's only a short drive to our digs for the night.
I don't know about you, mate, but that's sent me there. I'm tired now.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that was the last thing we did. Could you imagine doing that and then going fishing?
No.
I'd have drowned.
I found us a real haven to stay in that's off the beaten track, and I think it's a location that Kieran's going to really love.
Welcome to the Hesley Side Estate, young man.
Here we go. That's where you go for a weekend away, innit?
This 4,000-acre estate is home to a luxury glamping site with individually designed retreats. And today, we're meeting Matilda at Raven Watchtower.
Now, one of us is booked into Raven and one of us is booked into Holly.
Which one would you rather stay in of the two?
I think I prefer to stay here, but...
There's
That's
your
my
answer.
opinion,
That's
that's
where
my
you're staying
opinion.
tonight.
Oh, I get dibs on the best one.
Of course. You're the guest, mate.
Yeah. What a treat.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Would you like to show us around Raven?
Yeah,
and
perfect,
do it.
up to you.
Raven was inspired by a 14th century Border Reaver tower that once stood here on the estate.
Mate, this is sick.
Not a bad gaff, eh?
Yeah, so this is the kitchen.
And of all the floors, do you have a favourite?
I think the one above this, yeah.
Look at that.
Let's have a look.
And this is the sitting room
Sick.
with a very good view.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any better. Look at
See,
that.
look, who needs a telly in front of the settee when you got that?
Exactly. And there's more to come.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Away.
What's in there?
Enjoying yourself,
What's in there?
So here's the top floor, the bathroom.
Mate,
Oh, no, this is the
It is
best.
cool.
This is the best.
romantic night for one. Looking at the stars.
On a night like tonight, I think you're probably going to get one of the best views of the Milky Way in Europe. It's that good here. Yeah.
I guess I'm not going straight to Kip then. Thank you,
Thanks.
honestly, this is sick.
Great. Enjoy, relax, and I'll see you in the morning.
I'll relax.
Take care, buddy.
Being in the heart of the Northumberland National Park, I think we're in for a peaceful night.
So this is Holly Hut.
It's like something out of a fairy tale. Look at this. Oh. I love Northumberland. Like a mini chapel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It was actually based off of a chapel. These are old church doors.
Matilda, this is incredible. I mean, talk about cozy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Oh, look at the bath. I mean, come on. Thank you so much.
That's okay.
See you in the morning.
Yeah, see you then.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
good night.
What a magical place to rest our weary heads after a long day of mindfulness.
And we've done some great things today. And tomorrow, we're going to do things that are even better. See you in the morning.
What a great day we had yesterday here in Northumberland.
Morning, Squire.
Morning.
Cup of tea?
Yeah, go on then.
And I think we'll enjoy today just as much.
There he is. Look what I've done.
Treat, which one's mine then?
A nice cup of tea.
Cheers, mate.
I have to ask, because I did. Did you sleep well?
Mate, I can't remember the last time I got into bed and, like, couldn't do anything but sleep.
Yeah.
I picked my phone up after dinner and I was like, I can't even bother.
I've got some great things planned for today, but this morning I thought we'd start off with a bit of artwork.
Mate, I can't remember the last time I touched pen to paper and drew something.
Well, this is paint to paper, but painting with a difference. Come and meet Frank Styles, who makes the world a more colourful and brighter place. You're going to love it. Come on.
We're meeting Frank back at Raven Tower, which means another wander through this lovely estate.
So, you know those skate parks that are dotted around the country and all that artwork that they have on the murals? Is that a common thing?
Yeah, oh mate, every skate park you go to is gonna have the nice murals like that, that's done with spray paint. It's gonna have the graffiti done by the kids who ride the park, but I don't think I've seen an outdoor park now without.
Frank's a renowned spray paint artist based in the Northeast, who's painted large and small artwork all over the world.
Frank, how are you?
Hello.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
And today, he's going to help us create a one-off keepsake from our weekend away.
So, what's on the artistic agenda for me and Kieran today?
OK, we're going to do a bit of spray painting. We're going to do a mixture of freehand and stencil artwork. I've got some boards that you're going to practice just getting used to the spray paint. And you need to get a couple of masks on, lads.
Our first job is to try spraying a thin coat of paint from just the right distance, so we avoid any drips.
Here we go, Robson.
Right, I've got pink paint. What do you want?
Flamingo.
A flamingo goes like this. There's its head.
It's a ghost flamingo.
There's
Very
its body.
faint.
Yeah.
One flamingo.
That is actually not bad.
That's not bad. There you go.
That is worth a lot, isn't it?
At this scale, when you're brand new to spray painting, to try and paint something freehand is insanely difficult.
I'll take that.
So we're going to move to the next challenge now, which is to try and spray a gradient using 3 colours.
So, Frank, have you been doing this all your life?
Well, I started spraying graffiti when I was 14.
Yeah.
As I got better at that, I started opening my eyes up to the more art in general. And then I did an art degree. Now I paint murals using the same techniques that I learned doing graffiti.
Does being outdoors enhance your experience? Is that all part of it as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, being outdoors, it's for my mental health. You know, getting outdoors, exercise, it's important.
Yeah.
Frank now runs workshops to help budding spray paint artists practice their skills in a safe environment.
In a minute, we're going to get into the proper artworks.
Great.
Sweet.
And he's going to show us how to recreate a subject by stenciling over a base layer of paint.
Is there a yellow there?
There is.
So the idea is to fill the whole border colour now.
Kieran, that is looking amazing. That's looking so cool.
You're getting the feel of this woodland, aren't you? Right, it's looking good.
With our canvases covered, it's time to add the next effect.
What are you cutting now?
I'm gonna try and do like the tree bark pattern.
Nice.
And for me, the path is going to be my inspiration.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just thinking, should I get a pile of stones and just put it on and start drawing around them?
Yeah, that would work.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was thinking just on the edge.
It's great that there's plenty of freedom in this creative process, but it demands a lot of focus too.
Cutting around stone shapes, why did it have to make it so complicated?
And as our scalpels are super sharp, it's not a process we can rush.
That's my path there.
Imagine this is going to be a bit of a nightmare to carry.
Now the cutouts are complete, we're ready for one last spraying session.
With your gradients.
Quite relaxed, isn't it?
Kieran, yours is gonna look amazing.
He's almost finished. Look at it.
I know.
So, Kieran, at some point you've got to stop.
I'm happy with that now.
You happy with that, yeah?
Right. Okay. I give you a pathway
Oh, mate.
Wow.
through nature. I can see you're gobsmacked. I'd be happy to have that on my wall, but I've got a feeling this is going to be pretty special.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take
I'll
that.
take that.
That's beautiful. When you look at that, what are you going to think?
I'm going to think, when you painted that little pink flamingo, I did not think it was going to grow into this.
Well, when I look at my pathway through nature, I'm going to think of you, Frank. Thanks ever so much, man. What a lovely,
Cheers.
lovely experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
Frank's kindly agreed to send our paintings onto us when they're dry. It's time for us to get back on the road so we can bring our 2-day break to a close with a final treat.
You enjoyed it?
I've loved it.
Oh, great. Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. But I thought we couldn't end this weekend escape without getting on a 2-wheel vehicle. So I thought we'd go and meet a lovely guy called Dan from a company called Saddle Ski-Daddle. And we're going to ski-daddle around the Northumbrian countryside.
Start to feel a little bit more at home on these 2 wheels before I head home, eh?
Yeah.
The company is based in the northeast, but arranges cycling holidays here and abroad.
Dan, how are you, lad?
Today, he's loaning us a couple of bikes that are designed to make light work of this terrain.
Are these the Formula One equivalent of e-bikes?
Just exactly that, yes.
Yeah?
These e-bikes will get you from A to B for nice long journeys, good 60 to 70 miles probably.
Really? That's amazing. It's a quick crash course on how these bikes work.
Yeah, so basically you pedal just like you would with an ordinary bike. You can use your gears in exactly the same way as you would too. Because it's automatic, it will just give you that extra assistance whenever you need it.
What is the top speed?
Top speed is 15.5 miles per hour. That's just for UK law, so it will cut out then. You can go faster if you're going downhill, but the motor cuts out.
Right, where's downhills?
Looking forward to it.
Okay.
It's going to be fun, mate. I'm keen as.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right.
Enjoy this, mate.
Today, we're riding part of the Sandstone Way, a 120-mile mountain biking route that runs from Berwick-upon-Tweed to Hexham.
What more do you want? Wind in your face, beautiful countryside, great company. One of the most gorgeous areas on the planet. Not a bad day out here. What I love about these, it's just a lot easier on the joints, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, like, looking at this hill now, you'd be coming up this hill dreading it.
Yeah.
On this, it's like, all right, it's not too bad. I'm in gear 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if I go up to gear 7, it's going to get very tough.
You're in gear 7?
It actually doesn't feel much different. Oh, no, never mind. It's a bit heavier.
If this was me on a normal bike, this would be hurting now.
Yeah, we have a lot more of a graft, I'll tell you that. The sheep are intrigued. I'm thinking that making that hill look very easy.
Listen, mate, before you skedaddle off home, just want to say it's been a fantastic 2 days, buddy. I mean that.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure, honestly.
I just got to keep reminding myself that I spent 2 days with the world champion, the best on the planet.
And with that in mind, I brought a lad who's at the top of his game to the top of this part of the world, just so we can enjoy the ride back down.
Come on then, Riley. Do your stop.
What a way to end another epic weekend escape.
Wow, these things can shift, man. World champion Kieran Riley.